Folks, the writers at Tucker Carlson tonight are officially down bad. They have Tucker reaching so far down to the bottom of the barrel that the conspiracies he's now putting on the air are nuttier than a peanut butter factory. Let's take a look.
Again, Christy Poe announced that she's quitting her job because family is more important than serving corporate America. Here she is.
I just could not be who I needed to be for my family, is what it really came down to. I was tired of being tired, and I told them, look, let's be honest. The work we do is important. The work you do is important wherever you go, whatever you do every day. It's important work. But at the end of the day, somebody's going to sit in this seat, and I'm going to leave, and the show will go on as it should. But nobody else is going to be my kid's mom. And nobody else is going to be my husband's wife or my parents' children, and I need to be fully present there.
Nobody else is going to be your kid's mom? Have you noticed our immigration levels recently? We're bringing people in to be your kid's mom. And by the way, shouldn't you be working for Facebook? Do your duty. That's what we're telling young people. We're telling them we're not going to do a thing to make it easier for you to have your own children or your own family, because families are for the rich and the poor. Families are for the tech tycoons in Napa. They've got a ton of kids. And for the Haitians huddled underneath the bridges at the border in South Texas, they've got a ton of kids too. But for you, a middle-class American, sorry, your deepest desires are far beyond reach. Citibank will pay you not to reproduce so you can remain alone in your cube. And if you're not fortunate enough to work at Citibank, Sandy Cortez will step in and for the first time in her life build something. In this case, she'll build government-funded abortion camps on federal land just to make sure you never have to experience the burden of holding your own baby or being unconditionally loved by your own children. You're liberated now. Let's celebrate with brunch. You have to wonder, how long before Democrats sponsor legislation to distribute free cats to young people in the cities, placebos to replace the families they can no longer have? That's coming, along with SSRIs in the water supply, so you don't have to think too much about it.
Yeah, you heard that right. Tucker Carlson wants everyone to think that Democrats are going to put SSRIs, antidepressants, into the water supply to pacify us. Like a lot of conservatives, Tucker Carlson is right, but he's wrong about why he's right. It is super unaffordable for middle-class people to have children in America today. And that's the result of conservative policies like cutting Medicaid and cutting food stamps and cutting public education, making it impossible to afford a college education. And childcare, forget about it. In a lot of cities, childcare is even more expensive than rent. So if you combine that with sky-high prices for basic necessities like food and fuel and housing, and it's no wonder so many working-class parents are squeezed. Now, if Tucker Carlson wanted to responsibly use his platform, he could use it to blast politicians like Donald Trump and Mitch McConnell and George W. Bush, Paul Ryan, and all these decades of conservative ghouls who have enacted policies that have made it almost impossible for working class parents to raise a family in America today. But I mean, I guess it's easier to suggest that Democrats are going to somehow put antidepressants in the water supply to keep us from getting angry. I mean, you really can't make this stuff up. I mean, there's already a lot of G20 countries, developed societies that offer benefits and services like these to taxpayers in return for paying taxes. Which, I mean, let's be real, a lot of us would rather have as opposed to a sky-high military budget or bank bailouts or record-high corporate tax breaks. I mean, the fact that they're now putting loony bin stuff like this on the air is more proof that Fox News is more scared than ever of the January 6 hearings and what they could mean for Donald Trump and everyone else who enabled him. For now, I guess all we can do is laugh, right? The team at Really American works really hard every day to bring you quality content, breaking news, analysis just like this. If you appreciate it, please give us a like and click subscribe. I'm Carl Gibson with Really American Media.